Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I thought I'd do a really quick video for you guys. I thought I'd do like kind of like a try on, a review, first impressions video for the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. My hand looks weird. And I'm usually not the type of person to try new foundations. I like to stick to what I know works for me. If it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? So I was in the NYX store just picking up a few items, and I saw this, and I have heard all the rave about it, and I was like, well, let's get it. Gave it so I picked it up. The original shade I bought was a 16. A little silly on me. I had put it on my hand, the back of my hand, and the back of my hand is like so much darker than my face. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Come home, and I was like literally like 2 to 3 shades darker. I was like literally brown and like brownish, like orange in the face. It was so bad. So I went back and I just exchanged it for the color 14. 14 and 15 are pretty much the same thing, just one is a little bit more yellow, one is a little bit more orange. Because my face is so pale, I didn't go for the yellowish kind of one because I felt like it would just make me look like a ghost. So I went for the one that's slightly orange in undertone, just because my face is like a little bit paler, and that way I can even it out with like my regular powder. If it's like a little too warm, I can cool it down with my powder. So that's an option. So it was $14, and it comes in so many shades. Like literally, you're getting, they got you covered. Okay, so no matter what color you are, there's a foundation for you. So I'm just gonna go and open it up. So this is the bottle. It comes in like a frosted glass bottle, and let's just get straight into it. I'm really nervous. So I'm going to use my beauty blender. Now on the back it shows you if you want light coverage, you are going to do 2 drops plus. If you want medium coverage, you're going to do 3 plus, and full 4 plus. You guys know I'm a full coverage kind of cake face gal, so you know we going for at least 6 minimum. I'm kidding. And it does say shake well before using. So it has a little dropper. Oh, I'm really nervous. I don't even have a mirror in front of me. I'm going to just go ahead and apply the drops, well, some drops directly to my face, and then a few on the beauty blender, because yesterday when I did apply the first one, I did notice that on the beauty blender it just soaked everything up and didn't give me a lot of coverage. So I'm gonna get both ends covered. That's a lot. I know that's a lot, and it's really liquidy. As you can see, it is emails. Sorry guys. It's very liquidy. As you can see, it's like dripping, and I'm just gonna go in. I would say for me personally, I would need to use more. It blends out really nicely though. This is the first coat. One thing I will say is it looks really nice just on its own. And it literally feels like I have nothing on. Like I feel like my air just feels like the face is hitting my face. My face just feels like, you know, there's air, like it's breathing. My pores feel like they can breathe, which me, like under the eyes, it doesn't have enough coverage because my dark circles are crazy. Them raccoon eyes, no bueno, okay? And I just feel like I still see a lot of my dark circles under here. Let me get up close in this mirror. So far, so good. But it's like, I gotta give it a minute. So when I went in with that second layer, I did see a little bit more improvement under the eyes where it did get a little bit coverage. But once again, as I said, the formula is so thin, the Beauty Blender really just soaks it up. Like, if you drop it on the Beauty Blender, you'll just see it soak it up. And so I guess that makes it buildable, which is probably why it feels so light and airy. It looks very like skin-like. It's not, like, I can still see some of my discoloration coming through. Like a few acne marks coming through. So it has like a, it's like a semi-matte finish. I like how light it feels. It's kind of different though, like for me, because I'm so used to like not heavy makeup, but like thicker foundations, because I really like to feel like there's coverage. It is a nice feeling to feel like so light, and I'm sure once I go in with my concealer, contour, my powder, I'm gonna feel right back at where I was, you know, square one. So I'm sorry. If you're looking for something that you want to wear like daily, just put it on really quickly and blend maybe a little translucent powder and go. This might be really good for you. One thing I'll probably try is I'm just going to layer on my cheek and see if like applying it with a brush does anything. I'm definitely gonna go get the lighter one, but then I feel like this already looks light for me, so I can't win. Not a super big difference, but I might want to experiment with applying it with a brush instead of a sponge, since the sponge kind of just soaks up so much of the product. Alright guys, so this is the final look. This is with all the layers of my cake face. Like, I mean, the complete cake face package right here. This is my concealer, my highlighting powder, setting powder, foundation powder, contour, like cream contour, powder contour, more contour, just lots of contour, layers of highlight. This is the final look, and it looks really good. Final thoughts. So I feel like I didn't particularly like the way it was applied with the Beauty Blender. For me, what it looks like on camera, you'll be very surprised. Girl, lighting blurs out a lot of things. But for me, I felt like when I applied it with the Beauty Blender, it was a little patchy. I felt like even though I applied the amount of drops that it said, I did actually more than even the highest amount of drops. And I still felt like I was getting some of my acne scars showing through, like discoloration that was still showing through, and it didn't really cover my dark circles on the first application. My room smells like apples. Thank God for scented oils. But besides that, I do like the fact that it's buildable. As I continue to layer and layer and layer, I did get the coverage that I wanted. It did look very nice. The finish was matte. It was like semi-matte, so it's actually really nice. Like, if you just want to put it on and go, that's a really big plus. Since it's so hard for me matching my complexion, because I have so many colors going on, like my face is pale, hair is like cool toned, like hands are warm, neck darker. It's just like, it's hard. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would really have to apply powder foundation on top to really get it to match. It's a great price point. It's $14. And the biggest thing for me is it feels really light. Like, I feel like I have no makeup on my face. I mean, with this contour, this powder, and this concealer, and all this highlight, my face just feels really light. The heaviest part is the lashes. The lashes are the heaviest part of my face, which is very unusual. So it's different, but I like it, and I don't know. My L'Oreal True Match is 1 fluid ounce. My Maybelline Fit Me Doing Smooth is 1 ounce, and this is 0.43 ounces. But then again, this is really thin, so I'm sure you'll get a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, it sounds really good. I'm sure you'll get like a lot of wear out of it because it's so thin. But then again, I also do want to try applying it just on my face with a different primer and with a brush, because I do feel the Beauty Blender, it just soaked up all the product. Like, as I sank, I'm like, where are you going? Come back, where are you going? Whereas I like how when I put my other foundations, it sits on the top, so I can really evenly spread it out, and then as I blend, it takes away. Whereas I don't like that it takes away initially and even gives you like a lighter kind of coverage when I'm trying to do the full coverage cake face kind of thing, because that's my thing. So that's kind of pretty much the only thing I don't like. But as of right now, it looked really good. It wore really well. As I said, my face felt really light. So this was the makeup last night with the darker color. It wore really well. I'm gonna wear it around and wear it for a couple of other videos, and I'm going to see how it sits and wears, and I'll put like a little bit more detail in, well, not more detail, but I'll put like my final, like the end result, like in a photo with no editing, which is very scary for me. I'm gonna put that in the blog post attached, just so you guys can see. But until next time, I will see you soon. By the way, if you see the same makeup look in one or two more videos, don't be alarmed. I usually don't have a day off during the week, so today's a day off from both jobs, and I want to utilize my time to the best of my ability, and wiping this off and doing it again is not an option. So you're gonna see this again, and maybe again. We'll see what I can do. So just don't be alarmed. Just show it love, and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, guys, because I want you guys to get alerted when I post new stuff. And yeah, see you later, alligators. Bye.